I wanted to start video logging all of my fishing sort of trips, but unfortunately I haven't had all the kit to do it at the time. But I mean, now I've got the camera, I've got my underwater camera, I've got my tripods, I've got the laptop, and now I've got the editing software. And I've also got a new syndicate, which is where we're going to start doing the vlogs at the moment. Okay, so we're here at Twin Lakes. It's midweek, and as you can see, the weather is absolutely scorching hot today. Had a little walk around, noticed a few fish just feeding on the back there. Back there are the reeds there, a few cruising around on the surface. The temperature is actually 27 degrees at the moment, very high pressure. I don't know if you can see, there is a couple of carp just out on the surface over there with their backs breaking. Just there. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to quickly just get set up and try and see if we can get one off the top. Just obviously while there's a bit of activity. And then hopefully we'll have a fish for you. Just while that rod's sitting there motionless at the moment, because there's no fish in the area at the moment. So this lake's actually the specimen lake. Sort of down there's a load of dead rushes. A couple of swims just on the side there. On the back is number 6. You've got a big patch of lily pads just there. And then another one. Just swim 1. And then we've got the match lake, which as you can see at the moment is absolutely chock-a-block full of weed. Although the carp are still there. The average fish in here is sort of 5 to 6 pounds roughly, no bigger than sort of 10, 12 pound. Normal stock of about 250 fish. So if you want to come and get a run, probably the best place to come and get a good day's fishing. But at the moment, Specie Lake's been a bit tricky. And there's only 90 carp in here, and they sort of range from between £7 up to sort of 21, 22 maybe on the winter. Your average fish is between sort of 9 and 15 pound, and a lot of them seem to be big commons, big long hard fighting fast commons. But we'll keep it a few hours longer. Don't know how well you can see them. There are 3 mirrors just sitting right in those snags. You could just about make out his dorsal fin right there. Unfortunately. Right, so nothing else came to the spot. So we're going to have a go just around in the reeds on the surface. As you can see, they're just cruising all around. Yeah. They do sort of tend to circle all around this bay. Around these margins of the reeds here, they circle round. There's a left-hand bay there to the side with a nice overhanging tree, which is plenty of cover for them. And they just circle back round down onto these reeds. I know the bay part of the reeds there, just below it, it's really, really clear. I've had quite a few nice fish from them spots before. Never during the day though, it always tends to be at night. And I think the fish here seem to be quite finicky when it comes to rigs and line in the middle of the day. They can see it. It's just important to keep it all concealed on the bottom. Look at him just right there. Well, I think enough talking, we're going to try and get one for you quickly. So it hasn't been a very good day so far. Okay, unfortunately we didn't have anything stalking, but the weather's cooled right down now, the sun's close to setting. The fish have started to drop down, you can't see many on the surface anymore. And the wind's started to pick up as well. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to get a bottom rod out. So what I'll do is I'll show you my rig and how I position it all. Okay, so this is the bottom bait rig. Started off at the back end is a Nash Weed Green Klingon leader. Going down doing some fusion camo tail rubber, 2 ounce lead, fish to drop off. So that just easily pull off there. Nice and safe for the fish. This is down to Corda end trapped weedy green to a rig, about 8 to 9 inches long. This is down to a Nash Fang X size 8. The boilie we're using at the moment is a homemade one. It's a fish meal high in protein, and then a few crumbled up boilies in the bag there. Just a small bag just to stop for anti-tangling when you're casting out towards the reeds. Okay. What we'll do is quickly just let that line sink a little bit, and after that we'll put a back lead on, keep it all nice and pinned to the ground, and yeah, I'm happy with that. Well, as you can see, it's night time now. It's actually 10 o'clock. Probably won't be able to see the lake at all because it's pitch black. We've got one rod over on a reeds, and then one just off the island. We just had a little baby tench off the one on the island. That's fishing a chod rig with a amber strawberry pop-up. Fished with about 25 freebies just around it. So what we'll do is we'll see how the night goes, and hopefully we'll have a fish in the sack for you. Well, we had another tench. This one was a nice one actually, it's £6. So I don't know how big they go to in it. I was only told £4, £5 something, so that's a very good fish. But to me, looks like these carp are grouping together. Hot day, there's a chance they could spawn again. Although I've seen them taking little bits off the top, especially around the lilies area. And unfortunately it was the tench that come up and had the bit of crust off the surface. But oh well, a fish is a fish. What we'll do is we'll carry on, try and get a bit of feed out to feed them lot there. It doesn't look like this showing signs of spawning, it's more just grouping together and feeding, so we'll see what we can do then. Well, I was starting to think that we weren't going to get one after it's been quite a hard morning, quite a hard 24 hours really trying to get them, but with 28 degrees on your side, what are you going to do? Even on the surface they weren't very cooperative, but we've managed to bag one. Not a huge one. There he is in a minute. He's just sitting in the sling while we ready the scales. Look at him. Like I said, it took long enough to get one, but yeah, what a lovely colour. £12 on the nose, so not a biggie, but like I said, about average for this place. There we go. Just had them off the surface on a little bit of crust, just in amongst a few reeds. But yeah, happy. Show you the other side. Lovely pristine little commons, these ones. And this lake's full of them. Okay, try for another one. Well, I've been stalking now for the last few hours after that last fish, and actually hooked one just down here and over there by the tree, and managed to lose them both. Just bad hook hold, so most unfortunate. The fish just don't seem to be interested in the bait, the ones that are just cruising on the surface, such as these ones. They just don't really seem to want to know, so I think it's best just to stick to the margins to find any fish feeding up on the surface, or any of the old debris that blows down with the wind. Try and catch one there, but couldn't ask for a better day temperature wise, but for fishing it's not very good. Hey ho, we'll try again. Okay, well, I've managed to get another one. This one is £14.6. A lot different in colour to the other one you saw, but nice, very long common. There we are. Well, it's coming up to 5:10 now, and we've decided to put the bottom rods out now. So I've got one very tight to this margin here. Obviously that's where you can see the storm pole there. I mean, I've got the snag ears, but just for extra sort of support in case that rod does get taken in. And then the other rod I've got is just over on the bay again, just by the tree. Both just normal bottom bait rigs, Fang X hook, about 4 to 6 inches long, small little bag of chops in there with it, and a few little pellets scattered about. It's definitely quieted down on the top now. There's not so many surfacing around, so hopefully we should be in for an alright night. So I'm going to get the kettle on and get some grub down me, and then well, we ain't got long left, about another hour or two, probably packing up around 9 o'clock. Both rods are both out on the bottom at the moment. It literally just seems to be the rotor on the top, so coffee, and a pot noodle, and a slow pack up, and then away we go. So the next time I'll be on here will be Fort Lee. I'll be with Mike. We'll be doing 48 hours at Fort Lee, so hopefully should be able to bag a few. Last time we were there we done 48 hours. I managed 9 fish and Mike managed 5, both had a 20, but it took us a day just to suss it really, and try and get to where the fish were, because obviously it's quite a pressured water, and we at the time we didn't have the gear to get as far out as we needed to, but now we've had spent a lot of money and a lot of time getting the right gear, so this year we're really looking forward to it. So we'll see you then.